Our last question of the day, we'll begin with you, Mr. Perlmutter. Although this is not a, pardon me, this is not a congressional issue, what is your position on Proposition 101, Amendments 60 and 61, and what are you telling your constituents about these ballot initiatives?
My position is that I oppose each and every one of them, that that I believe if you really want, we've had a lot of discussion about the federal government and its role, pardon me. The real problem here is if we do 60, 61, 101, the only place to turn for Colorado to turn, for localities to turn, will be to the federal government. So I think that this really hamstrings our local governments and our state, and I oppose them, and that's what I tell anybody who asks me about them. And in some instances, I offer it up before they even ask, because I think these things are so bad for the state of Colorado. Thank you.
Mr. Bailey, same question.
I reluctantly support these, and here's why. When I talk to people around the state, I do quite a bit of traveling. Unfortunately, I don't get to spend as much time in the 7th District as I would like, because I do have to pay back the debts that I took out for running a business. There's a revolution brewing out there, and if you remember back in the middle 1700s, there was a revolution brewing down there, and it was all about taxes and being overtaxed and everything. Bottom line is, government will not cut back until you take the money away from them. It would be nice to think that we were all able to say, you know what, I don't need this kind of money anymore, so let's give it back to the taxpayers. That just doesn't happen. It didn't happen in the Navy with budgets. It doesn't happen in a business, big business. Bottom line is, you got to take the money back. The citizen initiative things I don't really like. I think that should be handled by Congress, by our state legislators. Bottom line is, these three proposals that are on the ballot now are the result of our governing bodies not doing their job. It's the citizens' reactions. Before we go taking up arms, let's cut off the money. And that's what these three initiatives basically do. I don't like the citizen initiative process because it doesn't give us the line item ability to say, this part of it might really work, but that part doesn't. It's either an all or nothing thing. So that's why I reluctantly support these. And I would ask you to consider supporting those. One thing about it is, when you look at them, it will take a great deal of money away from various levels of government, from little small districts to the state itself. That's the only way we're ever going to stop the growth in government. Thanks.
Thank you. Mr. Frazier.
I do not believe that these proposals are the right answers. They don't get us there. I've looked at these very in depth, and I do believe that they would have a draconian effect on Colorado. There are better solutions, but I will tell you that these amendments are a symptom of a much larger problem. They're a symptom of a problem we have at the federal level. Every year since Congressman Perlmutter, Nancy Pelosi, and Harry Reid took control of Congress in 2007, our deficit has increased threefold. The debt that's on our children now exceeds $43,000 for every American. That includes my 3 children who barely know what taxes are. And that's why you're seeing these citizen initiatives to try to restrain the growth of government, the overreach of government. There is a genuine concern that is prevalent throughout America, right here in the 7th Congressional District. People are concerned about the direction of the country. They're concerned about a government that they believe is overreaching, overstepping its constitutional powers, and they want some action. I don't believe these proposals are the right answers. What I do believe we need to do is put the checks in balance in Congress to ensure we have those who will hold accountable our president, who will stand up for the people, and who will do what is right with respect to bringing our fiscal house in order, making the tough decisions that need to be made to reform spending, to control cost, and bring the scope and reach of government down, not more, on the people of Colorado. Thank you.